Hey guys, welcome back. This is a video I did not want to have to make, but I wanted to let you guys know what's going on so you didn't think that, I've stopped working on the Evoclipse or I'm not interested in the build anymore, or I'm losing enthusiasm. Well, I'm losing enthusiasm a little bit just because I run into some issues that are preventing me from moving forward. But I want to let you guys know what's going on, let you know that I am still working on it. Behind the scenes I'm doing a lot of research and trial and error, buying parts to see what will work, what won't work. I just want to make sure I have all the correct information to give you guys so you're not running around trying things to see what will work. I can just let you know what will not work. And the biggest thing holding me up right now is the transmission, because I want to put the Evo 8 transmission in here. I know that the Evo 4 transmission is a better fit because the issue is the axles. The Evo 4 is the only axles that will work with the DSM wheel hub. No other Evo axles will work. But I want to use the Evo 8 transmission because the Evo 8 transmission is more readily available. Like, I can get that transmission anywhere. And my main concern is if I blow up a transmission, I can just go get another Evo 8 transmission. But if I were to get the Evo 4 transmission and I blow that transmission up for some reason, I would be dead in the water, because these Evo 4 transmissions are incredibly hard to find. Trust me. Every single day I am looking for an Evo 4 transmission just so I can keep progressing with this build, and I can't find one. I'm on eBay every day. I'm searching every auto dismantler, every Mitsubishi dismantler, all across America. I've searched all through Canada, Europe, Japan. Can't find one anywhere. A lot of places in America have contacted me back and said, yeah, sorry, we don't got one. Several places in Canada have got back to me, said, no, we don't have one. Nobody in Europe has gotten back to me. I don't know what's going on there. And I've only had one place in Japan get back to me and tell me they don't have none. So it's like, I don't know what to do. The Evo 4 transmission is apparently very rare, which I understand, because the Evo 4 is kind of an oddball. I don't know if you guys know. The Evo 1 through 3, they're basically the same, just the body changed a little bit. And then there's the Evo 4, and then the 5 and 6 are the same, and then 7 through 9 are the same. So the 4 is on its own. There's nothing between, like, you can use from the 1 to 3, and there's nothing for the 5 to 6. I'm talking axle related. The engines from 4 to 9 are basically the same. And then the 4 was also only produced for 2 years. I believe it was 96 to 98. So that makes it difficult as well. So that's why I'm really going for an Evo 8 transmission, just because they're readily available. If anything happens, I can get another one. But the problem is trying to get the Evo 8 axles to work with the DSM hubs. So that's where I've been doing a lot of research, trial and error, trying to figure it out. I have been pulling part numbers for every Evo, from 4 through 9. I've been pulling part numbers for DSMs, for Gallants, for the AirTrack, for basically every Mitsubishi, just trying to find axles that are the same part number as like the Evo 4 axles, so I could just get those axles, because I can't find Evo 4 axles anywhere. The Evo 4 axles and the transmissions are just like unicorns apparently. They're nowhere to be found. So I went ahead and I bought an Evo 8 axle, Evo 8 wheel hub, trying to kind of figure out if there's any way, you know, just to really get my hands on them and figure out if there's any way that I can make them work. So let me show you what I was doing out here. So here's what I've been working on. Here I ordered a brand new Evo 8. It doesn't look brand new anymore, but this is a brand new Evo 8 front axle, brand new Evo 8 front wheel hub, and then this is the 2G DSM all-wheel drive front wheel hub and the axle. And so first I took a look. Well, let me show you why these don't work. So here's the DSM part that goes into the hub, DSM hub. This fits right in there, but with the Evo 8 hub, it no fitty. So the Evo 8 end is bigger than the DSM, so that's why you can't get the Evo 8 axle into the DSM hub. And I believe the spline count is also different as well. So first I'm looking at these hubs and trying to figure out a way that I can make these hubs work. And the first thing I did was look at the bearing side, and this ring, this outer ring here, is the exact same size as this ring. So I thought I had hit gold. I was like, I'll just, you know, just have to pop this out, swap these over, and then the Evo 8 axle will fit in here. So I pressed these out, and they're not how I thought. I thought these were just like a solid bearing that is pressed in, but it's actually not. This is just a cap, and then inside here, like down inside this whole housing, it's got like two grooves like this, and then the ball bearings sit in those grooves. And the Evo 8 ball bearings are a different size than the DSM ball bearings, so you cannot swap them. Believe me, I tried. I was trying everything I could to just swap them, and that wouldn't work. I was thinking maybe there's a way that you can mill, because this is actually too big to fit into the DSM knuckle. It's bigger than the DSM one. So I thought maybe we can mill this down and then this will fit, but then none of the bolt holes would line up at all. So I don't know, I'm pretty much dead in the water with the hubs. So then I moved on to the axles here, and I took this apart. I put it back together after I figured out it won't work, but I took this all apart, took the DSM one all apart, and again I thought I had struck gold because they look identical inside. Like right when you open them up, they look completely identical, and I was like, oh sweet, I just got to take this apart, take this shaft out, put the shaft in this one, be good to go. But no, they're different. Again, the ball bearings are a different size, which is, I found kind of interesting, was that these ball bearings in the DSM shaft are actually bigger than the ones in the Evo shaft. You would figure that the DSM would be you know, not as beefy as the Evo, or the Evo would be beefier than the DSM, but no, the Evo has smaller ball bearings, which is another problem because you can't put the Evo 8 ball bearings into this race, because the ball bearings go in these grooves and then in here, and the whole thing slides in there. So the ball bearings won't fit, trust me. I tried. I spent hours trying to figure out, maybe I can use the different ball bearings, maybe I could just use a different race, maybe I can use a different ring. I tried everything, and they don't work. You know, I really need, what I need is from here back, I need Evo 8, but then up here I need the Eclipse. If I could get that, I would be set. So as you can see, I'm trying everything with these axles, trying to figure out a way to make these Evo 8 axles work with the DSM, and it's not working out for me. So if there's an axle shop out there that's watching this video and you're able to make some custom axles, reach out to me, because I need an axle that is basically the Evo 8 shaft with the transmission end, but the 2G DSM wheel end on it. If there's any way that you can make a custom axle like that, reach out to me. I'm definitely interested. That would that would help me out so much. Or if any of you guys watching, you have any connections with any axle shops or know anybody that makes custom axles, reach out to me. I'd really appreciate it if I can make, get an axles, get the front axles custom made to where they have the transmission side and as an Evo 8, and then the wheel side for the 2G DSM. I mean, that would solve all of my problems. So moving forward, I don't really know what to work on. I can't put the engine in because I need the transmission on so that I can, because the transmission mount on the body needs to move. So I need that transmission onto the engine so that I can figure out where that transmission mount needs to go. So I'm basically dead in the water with doing the engine stuff. And I thought maybe I could do some body work, but the farthest I could go is to get this thing into primer. But I don't want it sitting around in primer forever because we're going into winter. It's going to be raining, there's going to be a lot of moisture in the air, and primer is, it sucks up moisture, so I would end up having to redo all the primer anyway once it came time for paint. So figured I can't do that. Then I thought maybe the interior, I could start putting some of this interior back together. But, like I had said in the previous video, I was thinking about spraying the bed liner all in here as kind of like a sound barrier. Then I got to thinking about that, and the bed liner, it sets up hard, so I don't really know how well of a sound barrier that would be. So I think I pretty much decided that I'm just going to Dynamat the whole inside of here. So I could do that, but then I still need to put this dash together. I still need to do all this wiring in here, so I'm going to be like crawling around inside here a lot, and I would just tear up the Dynamat. So I don't want to do the Dynamat until I'm ready to put the carpet back in, so I'm kind of stuck on that. So I don't know what to do. And then I came up with an idea that I would like your guys' opinion on, if you would be interested. So let's go take a look. So since I'm basically stuck on this, I have another idea for something we can work on that I would like your guys' opinion on. Let me know. So I've got this sad looking GST sitting here, and she's been sitting here for about 3 years 3 or 4 years, something like that. And so I was thinking maybe we can rebuild her. I haven't ever told you guys what is wrong with this one. Let me show you what's wrong with her, why she's been sitting here. So I found this one on Craigslist for $500, and that's really the only reason that I bought it. The guy on the listing, he said it had a dead ECU, so you just need to replace the ECU and then it'll run just fine. And like an idiot, I believed him, but I figured, for $500 I could have a GST, that's not too bad. So I bought it, brought it home, put a new ECU in it, and nothing. Didn't turn over, didn't do anything. So I started digging into her, and that's when I found this.
No! God, please, no!
Apparently, this had a blown head gasket, a pretty severe blown head gasket, and water sat in these cylinders for so long that the pistons are actually rusted solid to the cylinder walls. Like I've put a breaker bar on this crankshaft bolt, and it will not turn over at all. It is completely seized up. So that engine is basically done. I mean, I could probably take the block to a machine shop and see if they can hone it out and see if it's still usable. But looking at it, I think it's done. But I went to the junkyard and I got another engine pulled this one out of a 95 GSX. So we have this engine sitting here. We can rebuild, you know, freshen it all up, and then drop it in here. Have a little fun with that, if you guys would be interested in that. And there's a lot of other things I want to do with this. Like I would want to do the all-wheel drive swap on here, you know, so I can do another video of how to do the all-wheel drive swap. And I'd like to put that all into one video, so you don't have to watch, you know, several videos to do the swap. You can just watch it all in one video. Also, this is an automatic, so I'll be doing the auto to manual swap on here. So that'll be another video, show you guys how to do the automatic to manual swap. And then I think we should just have some fun with it, you know? Like the Evoclipse, I already know what I'm doing with that. You know, I'm keeping it nice and clean, basically looking OEM. But with this one, I'm thinking we could have some fun with it. Maybe do like a body kit, some wild colors, I don't know. You know, just have fun. So let me know down in the comments if you guys would be interested in the rebuild on that GST. I think it'd be a lot of fun. You know, we would just go crazy with it, do whatever we want. You know, it's not like the Evoclipse where I have a picture in my mind of what I want. You know, the GST, I have no idea what to do with that. You know, the only thing I know is rebuild the engine, do the auto to manual swap, and do the all-wheel drive swap. From there, whatever you guys think, you know, we'll just have fun with it. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know down in the comments. We'll get to work on that while you know, that could be a little side project while I'm trying to figure out this whole transmission and axle thing going on with this Evoclipse. So if you haven't seen the previous video, you can hit that link up here to check out the next video. You can hit that link up here. And if you're enjoying the videos, hope you'll hit that subscribe down here. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one.